Guys, what's shaking? It's Medic, and looks like I'm out for another trail run today. I haven't been out on the pass in a while, and a lot of people have been asking. Now you can see that there is snow behind me. A lot of the places where I am right now, they're just covered in snow, even though we've got the springtime sun on the way. So, though it sounds a little windy today, let's get our trailing on and pull out the rig. So people ask me all the time what I would upgrade on my SCX-10, the trail truck here. That's a 10th scale electric truck from a company called Axial. It doesn't really matter which vehicle you have, they're all pretty much the same if you're going 10th scale and you want to do any kind of waterproofing or upgrading. There's RC four-wheel drive, they do trail trucks as well, same with HPI and you know, a select few others. You can also home fabricate your trucks as long as you have a set of working axles. Now the product I'm using here is an Axial SCX-10. This was actually the honcho version, an RTR, ready to run version. People say to me, what do I upgrade on these things? And I can say that after all the experience I've had about estimating about 12 or 13 of these rigs. I've done everything from upgrade my Tamiya Tundra, which people have seen, to go all out and really make these heavy trucks. Really, after all is said and done, the way I like my truck is a nice aluminum heavy tire, like the wheel, and a waterproof steering servo. There's ways you can water resist servos. If you check online, there's videos on how to do that and make them more waterproof or mud proof or really just splash resistant to the 10th degree. You're never perfect though. You know, the shocks are the same. I could change the shocks on here if I wanted to, but the stock ones have the circular twists on them where you can actually elevate the truck. You can see that here. That's how I'm fitting 2.2s on here. Everything is stock except for the tires, which are Mudslingers, RC four-wheel drive. Same with the RC four-wheel drive aluminum 2.2 rims and the steering servo from Hi-Tech. Now inside I'm running stock ESC, stock 27-turn motor, running on a 2-cell lithium polymer battery at 6,500 milliamp hours, which means I get over an hour of runtime with this little rig. So anyway, enough chatting or talking here. I know you guys want a trail vid, so let's get on with the show. Okay, so we're getting closer to the water now, and I've chosen this particular spot because it's going to show how articulation actually works on one of these smaller scale trucks. Now, like I said, there's stock shocks on there. All I did was use the heighteners by moving the collar up on the shock itself. Now check this out. Even without having to zoom, I'm leaving it as a wide shot so you can see how much it flexes by itself. Aftermarket shocks are cool, but it's really more for, you know, like looks, not really functionality, right? So it really depends on what you guys like. I know out of the box, most crawlers have the ability to change the shock setup, so just check it out in the instruction book or apparently this video. Now you can have a look here. Nice big flex. Now I've cut the body to actually have more room, right? Now it's lifted, it has more room to move those big 2.2 tires. That's all I did. All right, one of my favorite places to run, a nice stream bed. Now I know here it's only about a foot deep in the back. You can see it's a little bit deeper there. Nothing better than, by the way, that's what she said. Nothing better than being out on the trails and coming across like a frozen spot in the winter / spring, or checking out like a shallow water area when your trucks are fairly splash resistant or waterproof. I never say trucks are completely waterproof because electronics and water, they never mix. Let's see if I can get some good shots for you guys. Okay, even though you're tent scale 4x4, keep in mind that it's still 4x4 with these trucks. And tire placement is every bit as important as a good suspension, okay? So look, there's two high points on the rock, here and here. They're lined up with my tires right now. Now that I slid a little bit, have to line them up again. And we're going to try and climb on these two horns. And my tire bites in on the left-hand side, starts lifting the truck up. Now it's a little bit slippery because I've gone up here a few times. Let's try it again. A little bit of throttle. I love when I start explaining things and it doesn't work. There we go. Now that I'm into the first divot, I'm going to want to turn my tires to bite in more, right? There we go. And of course now it's time for the back tires. So you can kind of give yourself a wiggle if you need. I'm smoothing it out going slow here, but slower the better. It's just like scale. Sometimes you need to put the throttle on. Like now, we need it to bounce a little bit to get it up on the rock. Let's hit it. Back it up. Oh, almost went off. That's a good example of what can happen though. Stuck on some roots. Always when I'm filming, that's okay. Bring the truck around again. Let's hit it again. I love scaling beside a stream. Winter or summer, it's good. Here we go. There we go. Piece of cake. Okay, here we go. Different scenario or example. Coming out of some deep snow. Iceberg or ice pallets, eh? This is just like in the mud with rocks. Same kind of idea, a little bit more of a challenge because it's slipperier. Slipperier, I actually said it. In my foams, these are very light memory foams that I have. The actual, I think they're Proline memory foams, and I've cut them into a star pattern. So my tire actually has quite a bit of flex. Now in the cold, when it's really cold, the tire stiffens up, so does your suspension. But with the star pattern cut into the actual foam, you have the ability to have the tire flex for you, right? Just like it had air in it. And yes, you can do air-filled tires, you just need to seal them with silicone. Now everybody always asks, how quick does this go? Like, get something faster. This actually isn't about speed. It's more along the lines of, you know, technical skill and just puttering about what you want to do. You can do lots with these trucks, but this is a 27-turn brushed motor, so it's not overly juicy. Let's do a little jump with it. You know, if I had a little bit of a higher speed, Oop. Yeah, let's try that again. It's hollow underneath here. There's a river right underneath where I'm driving, but I know it's got some fairly good thickness to it. That's also what she said. Here we go, and full throttle. Not very much. Plenty of power to have a good time with, though. The idea of a few techniques, you can actually just go and have a good time. That's what it's all about. I love cracking ice. I know in a few months it'll be so hot I'll be dying for winter ice again, but I sure am looking forward to the sun. Perfect climb right there. Perfect. Down the other side. Not into the tree root. Almost. There we go. Okay, so rocking your truck back and forth, just like in real life, is a technique to get out with, right? Remember, you're trying to keep grip and or wheel speed. So maybe I can hop out the other side. I see a couple of branches in my way though, so I don't know if that's gonna help. I'm gonna pin it and gun it. Let's see if it goes. Oh, almost. Those branches are holding me back. You can see them moving. Here we go. Ah, so close. Okay, full speed. She's losing juice on me. Here we go, last load. See if that helps. I'm gonna have to get some of those sticks to go down. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, almost. It's the problem with cracking ice, eh? Even though it's a ton of fun, it's a heck of a thing to get out of. Let's try, ooh, check this out. I'm near a pine tree. Perfect. Let's see if we can give it some traction that way. Slowly, yeah, eating it up. Oh. No, it's gonna need to go do it again. Stuck on a stick. Oh, almost. It's that darn hanging drive shaft. Here, let me get a different camera angle. Okay, so let's try to slow stick it. I kind of shifted the branch around there, trying to assist, and it did help. Check it out, that was the one right back there. So all I did was try to make a small ramp or shift some of those sticks around. It's kind of cheating though, I kind of... There, at least I have some sort of ramp coming out. It's all about tire placement, not getting stuck. Of course, when I slow sticked it, it totally worked. Oh, almost. Fun. Oh, I see smoke. I saw smoke. That means dirt in the motor, I think. Yep, smelling blue smoke. Come on. Okay, got out going sideways. That's also cheating. But at least it got out. So, there we go. Let's check it out. Let's get the heck out of here. I gotta go charge up some batteries, apparently. See you later, bombshell. Okay, a little side note before I sign off here. So I had a look underneath the truck. I've hiked out of the backwoods area where all that snow is. Got a little bit of dirt in the background here. Had a look underneath the truck before I drove it out to see where that smoke was coming from. And really it had to do with just what happened with the long grass. It wrapped itself around the hubs. I had a couple of these little swamp vines that had wrapped around there that was causing the motor to work extra hard. So, since we're doing like a little bit of a tips video, there's a tip right there. Always, even in the spring / summertime, anytime you're in the water, make sure nothing's getting wrapped around that axle, or else you're gonna see smoke like we had earlier, if we saw it. So, you know, always check, always make sure everything's greased. I'm gonna go home, spray this off with a hose because I had it waterproof, maybe put it in the shower, and make sure everything is re-greased and good to go trailing for the next time. Anyways, if you want more tips and tricks and stuff like that, you guys hear me always speaking about RCSparks. You guys can head over there. There's a full functioning forum full of RC addicts, and if you need any tips and tricks, that's where you'll find them. Oh yeah, go share your videos there too. See you there.